Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Idea for this video kind of started last night, and then this morning I just woke up feeling so good, and this one just kind of came to me. And also the reason I said it was kind of starting to plant last night is somebody had asked me a question and I had to go back and look at a couple of old videos from probably the early this year, 2014. And like I say, now before I say this, I don't want anybody to miss the message I'm getting here or take this wrong. I'm not sitting here going, ooh, I'm looking good, look at me, I'm all buff. But I've noticed the improvement and the change and a little bit of muscle tone that I've picked up over this year. Going back to the first of this year when I really decided to get back into resistance exercise and just in general up my exercise in general. And I can see a difference, just like I say, in the fullness and the muscle tone. I kind of just, I think I was over that. I kind of got enamored with that crackhead look for a while, I guess because I've been a thicker guy my whole life. But, after a while I kind of got a little self-conscious of that. And like I say, while I don't have huge guns or anything, and I'm not going to be, intimidating, I don't have these little stick pipes anymore like I used to look at in the mirror when I was walking downtown in San Jose when I lived up there and first went raw vegan and got ridiculously skinny. But the reason I wanted to do this video today is just because I see too many people, in my opinion, that focus what I consider too much. It's like I think everything's a balance. They focus too much on the raw vegan. I almost want to, just by, kind of like knowing them like I do online and watching videos or like even just knowing, interacting in groups and stuff, that they put in so much time to studying everything they can about raw vegan, the food, this and that, and they'll even admit a lot of the time they're not really into exercise. They don't really do much. And I kind of used to have that when I first, I've exercised my whole life. I've gone to the gym my whole life. So when I first started doing this raw vegan thing, I kind of got that mentality myself because I found out like I didn't need, when I was eating like this, I didn't really need the exercise to lose the weight. I could lose the weight. But it was just kind of the composition of my body, the way my body looked. I call it that lazy body. Like, where your just muscles look like they're kind of droopy, you have no muscle tone. And it's also not just about how the exterior looks, it's about how you feel. I just feel so much better now that I've kind of built some strength back up, now that I've really been actually doing regular workouts. And it's all going together. I had this conversation the other day with my yoga teacher, and I told her, I said, because she gave me a compliment and said, oh, your yoga, you've been improving a lot in the last couple or 3 months. And I said, well, you know what I think it is? I think going to the gym has helped. Because I had just lost, when I lost a lot of weight, I stopped working out, I just lost so much, especially upper body strength, that I just had a lot of difficulties with a lot of things in yoga. Now, sometimes it's like the whole mentality in yoga is like we need to get more flexible to be stronger, and we need to get stronger to be more flexible. So it's back and forth. But I do feel like after 9 months now of resistance training, and I've been going to the gym actually, upped it like about 3 or 4 months ago, that, yeah, my yoga's going a whole lot better. I mean, I've started doing, they're still very remedial, but I just never had that strength to push up. Now I can do back bends. Now I'm getting able to do things I wasn't able to do before. But just more than anything else is I have like, I don't even know how to verbalize this. It's like I have something in my step. I move like an animal when I'm exercising. I've had this feel before, and I don't know why it doesn't just stick up here that you want to keep it all the time. But I move like an animal when I'm fit, when I'm working out. And like I say, hey, I got lots of I'm far from perfect. I'm not some sort of fitness guru by any means. I'm 51. I could get rid of a little, I still got a little bit of stubborn belly fat around the middle at my age, having lost weight. I got some loose skin, so I'm not going to be ever going to be Mr. Universe or anything. But I feel good. I'm in decent shape for my age. When I'm exercising, I walk like a cat. I move like a cat. I'm just like, I can move all the time. I can move like, my movement's just different. I feel different. My body feels different moving around. So the only reason I wanted to do this is I would just like really encourage you, if you're not exercising and you're thinking you're just, doing your whole health thing, by the raw vegan and getting more raw vegan every day and studying more levels of raw vegan and ascending into the higher level of the raw vegan inner circle, think about adding some physical to that. Like I say, I'm not necessarily changing the message. You know, I try to kind of balance it. I try to do very efficient workouts. I try to do very, I try not to spend long amounts of time doing exercise or being physical, but I do like to, you know, push my body a little bit. So anyhow, if you're starting at nothing, like I'll always say, baby steps. Just always be moving forward in everything, whether it's the food, whether it's an exercise. If you're sitting on the couch and you're sedentary and you're not doing a damn thing right now, walk a little bit. Do the very minimum. Just get your body moving. It's almost, think of yourself as being a machine that's rusty. And, you know, you just kind of need to get the machine moving, just simply moving. No matter how slow you're moving, will kind of shake some of that rust off. And then you can progress. You can get a little bit more. If you can walk to the end of your block and that's all you can do, walk to the end of your block. Tomorrow or the next day, you know, walk past the end of your block. Do a little bit more. Build it up. Start throwing, you know, if you've never been to a gym before, if you're not a gym person, and you just want to see how it works, grab yourself a couple of dumbbells. You know, get a couple of moderate weight dumbbells at any little sporting goods store, Walmart or whatever, and just start playing a little bit. You know, do some, go online, look up some body weight exercises, do some push-ups, but just start challenging your body and see how you feel when you start combining the raw food. I mean, hey, you're missing out. I'm just telling you. And I know some of this stuff might be age relevant because as the older people get, you know, our expectations of what we can do and what we want to do physically go down. So, you know, if you're getting, but still, I hope I'm speaking to people in their, even if you're sedentary in your 50s and 60s, unless you're just so far gone that you're about on death's door, you can always improve. You can do amazing things. So I don't want it to be, you know, don't think just because you're a certain age, oh, well, I only need, and hey, some people will only need that, but I would say just even for health-wise, just a minimum, you need to do some sort of exercise. If it's just walking, if just something moving your body. But, well, I'm not going to preach, you know, going super hard because I don't know, I have conflicting views on that. I've told you about that as far as like, you know, training really intense. I mean, you know, I do believe that that causes inflammation in the body, acidity, whatever. But I just think there's that fine balance there of really pushing our body, but pushing our body within limits. Anyhow, I'm starting to just kind of ramble now. But anyhow, think about that. If you're just doing the raw vegan thing, if you're, and especially like it can kind of get you out of your head and stop obsessing about the raw vegan thing. I found that, you know, since I'm working out, exercising more, I'm thinking about more stuff. I'm thinking about always evolving my workouts, adding something in, tweaking, honing, and I'm not always sitting around just thinking about food, because the food, you know, after a while, it's really you know, not that hard to get down. You just eat this, eat this, eat this, eat this. Most of my days I'm kind of just on cruise control. So just think about it, something to think about. Just thought I'd share that with you today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel and hope you're doing wonderful. Almost end of the week. Peace.